you cannot really blame those thinkers because be more the can baba betiashi. In fact, people cross started but more better say said character started. So a dominant be brajini almost say, oh, character who be who okatiashi and all of that. I watched the game. But in your game no kwana me share because Madrid Yamal say in terms of coaching as a whole globally you do baby young coaches and so opportunities almost so bet me a coach be now so we a young coach sometimes when you're back in want to make there are two different ways of the back in America no fans no when you back in ayaw etima mu yedu and then systematically ground so na no a favor and also to me more successful with respect to Tottenham Hotspur issues you know and yet Daniel Levy and our fans no na Antonio Conte Jose Mourinho Ange Postecoglou uti o monsem no free space and some mo they all speak to the system say ura space one and yet a winnable environment bibia da form obia ni gidi say betia bibi players medical staff administrators that is the illness or space but ya onye bi na make back na ubenya o squad no say ye Judy say coach one a person coach ye. It starts from you winning the first game, you winning the second game. If you win the third game, the Odauto crowd or squad in no obe fin ni aba be adwuma crowd we. So one, I respect Michael Carrick for resetting back to the basics. 4-2-3-1 year adwuma. Players ibeda sorry obi anim say oh Kobe ne Casemiro never start to double pivot to. And your mummy no crowd no it's a systematic pattern say double pivot and starting. Bruno has been given the free role to function in an advanced position as a typical number 10 in a 4-2-3-1. Say Kunya ne beba left here. Say a Diallo ne beba. Yeah.
Run to me.
And Komoya yeboy. Carrick ama confidence about players in him.
Yeah.
So we coach na players in the confidence who I decided I talk car now nimka twina dia ma driver near all licenses. Jet unjinindi.
As we be a pharmacy. I won't go home school ni mo hwe na dia ma obi. O ka so we judge man how be that on you me. When you say Carrick about players na be abejinidi, they have confidence in the manager because of their you know, getting the results, few rotations in the team, you know, getting Manchester United back to the confidence level like him say. So United never boy, you know when you be biadia. Obe feel say in fact on a big club neighbor. Let me stick close to the game. Mama Shadrack Sena Lamez video bi a me pese me de ne ho nkomo kakra. Untumi fada ko enhwehwe team ni nyina wie yes na football tie. Na first no coaches ni bi ema ye hunu say ideologically when e Interim I need to look out for profiles that fit into me ideology. Coaches ni bi ma yedwene sa maybe a possession coach. So yeah Pep the player with me about my Pep because we feel say Pep not quite on fast ball the ball nie. So obi oni ball or currency around the ball whenever they have the ball at their feet we feel say we dey obi ani near day unrelenting mentality you see we dey Jose Antonio Conte sana ball it here. But Michael Carrick am say goalkeeper way he was not bought for any identity. And to watch him not traditionally and he's a goalkeeper as the banner. Basically no one way. One from Morim na den buy.
Yeah. What said you are not quiet no. Amorim de na quiet say Pep Guardiola de bia otimika say Joe Hart ko. Me the Bravo but because Bravo 8 minutes and 9 passes and you be the what we buy. They were looking for somebody or better that department and after Onana. In thinking so they brought somebody in the age you know our form. See or no Onana no. Thereby longifying and making that department more consistent. We only ko bia me ha mani me more na baso me nyane bibia but the way ka clear you want some na make. He's giving confidence to the central defenders in the denim no. Na onim de ntia keeper ocheboya no ni place the baba chia no mo de mo safentino because they feel a chance we know.
No sankesh.
You did extra. Until no mo de mo safentino no.
After ball no, consider keeper way, and you call her again the first.
Cunha.
Shesko,
yeah.
Okay, Hage Shesko no then the gloves in the bonnet because we know not what keeping United in the game until Shesko. And after Shesko, also complete game no. Look at the two different departments, goalkeeping department and a Shesko. Okay, Lamezi and the person come highlights in the crime the team come. We know of fast row of far from or initiate attack, and he is so traditional because of the traditional for the cut to a crasso. And you pass it, or to me build it, or to me error structure a back fray on the two center backs and over show me and Vivia near pushing full backs and as offensive. He is just a good young goalkeeper or potential or bar. You find to know reflexes, how to initiate commands, and we are so calm. Well, goalkeepers will be oh yeah Juma, but on team. Oh yeah Juma, but on team. We made the number stay in between Van der Sar and the Thibaut Courtois. Yeah, we are striker. Or my feeling so just so you know. What was I doing with her? Oh, just about could be our body, the best Pomu. Oh, yes, my feeling so just so you know. What's your Courtois? So, my boy, goalkeeper number so. Now, Junior said he's going to serve as a key foundation for this Manchester United with defense, we say. The age and everything he's exhibited. No, he's a serious goalkeeper. We're serious. Or she will we are so by it. But speaking to the potential, no, he gives me a lot of confidence. And I'm sure saying the teammates, sort of see exhibit of field, no, we can all attest to the fact which of the teams globally, in terms of history, go back in a flashback. And now so I really be now the goalkeeper ain't home. Yo, team men dominate here, era bay. What is now make a trans and me check Victor Valdez. What is about non go though? Yes. Victor Valdez. No go there, but Sabas a team no power no attack. It's be an agent so look at this goalkeeper.
Sir Michael Keane, long range way. Say oya kwadroka krebi and also a fancha ka angle na mu na de na kwakwhye.
When one say me penalty no. Me penalty no say on pre no ho tiatia mu onye show boy. Oyi ba ku bia no tiem hwe camera ba bia camera onye show guy. Oh, he's not a show boy. He doesn't love the camera. Oh, yeah, Juma. Oh, yeah, Juma. I love this guy. I hope say Obeto Aswakon and him said, oh yeah. That moves me to Michael Carrick as a coach. And now who changing our year, you know? Yeah. How do you make a change? It means what really be, and our person will make an impact. Sometimes what really but who to call on the bench to effect or impact the original. And only a Juma for. So when you have a technical back room, now the prepare this player, and for consecutive games against West Ham, okay, as I made the same job. I want to talk about these two goals in our share. And now, near discuss it, Manchester City triangles of Pep Guardiola were designing. Maybe I say, we a coach, technical man, or fix a triangle in the final third, creators, builders, and finishers. What the hell I'm better here for? And I'll catch them say, I need better finishing. I'm saying a pair for the original. In this circumstance, Michael Carrick, so why you may be Manchester United. Let's talk about it. Against West Ham, no. Not triangle, no.
Fulham game, no.
I don't know. West Ham, no. Wait a minute.
Okay, West Ham, okay.
Party na me pen one where you free hormone, yeah, we. Party na me pen one, a bed that's off from.
Okay. From beginning, no.
Aha. What would you say? This was the game. Now, a queen after going a barrier, even in this game. Sanada go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Juma game we pa Somerville. Save we now yeah, you know. He had to stretch the fullest. But baby and he me pa one aspect of Michael Carrick. The game no, especially in the offensive third. The other day no me Casemiro ne Kobe Menu the natural. In the final 10, my observe ya de Kakrebio. On family Manchester United equalizer and quickly and free on and go no so. It was orchestrated through the midfield through Amad Diallo. And the cotton Chahoma in Buemo and the Mashesco. Pachokai. Oh, ni Parmiensa. Diallo in Buemo out wide and then Chesco. Unyanu si supami beme de pa Amad Diallo na Sunday board kwasio. This is it. Ya shadi. To complete the triangle, you're completing. Now restart the pass.
So Mummy and Sano. Restart the pass in the view. Okay, let's watch this angle. Diallo L box. This is it. Hold it here.
hold it here. One say be a Diallo after ball referee to honye ne natural habitat. And you want a Diallo start game no 4-2-3-1 no
mbemo
or one bomb ho. But I'm thinking about fluidity and freedom, mobility or the by my honchro. Oh, unlike the positional play, Michael Carrick, I'm a freedom anymore. So some of the players can move. Or have be a Diallo G boy or the man Bomo, then in Bomo to the box. And on the border cotton it. The same triangle no and Ra. It's a sanka cra. But I'll tell you. Now on Franco Sinra game no so. Or we say ya on Franco Sinra game no so. And Ra dia no or ye Diallo the free mu. And the shares go buy.
Mbemo.
Or you want the free or the Diallo buy.
Yeah.
And shares go call.
The shares go buy.
Yeah. Oh the other thing or the shares go call top. And now Bomo call out wide. And you Diallo free game no. So often go see and Ra dia no so ya. Often go see and Ra Everton game no so. Near share triangle a critic go no. So my dream is sometimes, you know, I don't hear hold it here, just hold it here. Shadrach, Fakwa Chika, crab, Nico holding where we are. Shasko before, yeah, I feel in community so. And Rad the Everton, the end or right, you know, and a West Ham, the end or left. Now, shall West Ham, the end, a Diallo in Bombo Shasko, but I'm Rad, you know. Net Diallo na free mu
ama Diallo no.
Eno na me catch it on.
Ana ode Shesko ne buy.
Na Rose no.
Ana
Mbomo call white.
Yeah, assist na ma.
Na
baby ana Diallo for
one.
down.
Aha.
Yeah.
Ena Shesko no e call top baby a Mbomo one. Yeah, what permutations no. So this is it. And now shall right no. And na ye Everton die no. She baby a Shesko gina. We no na Shesko United defend you, but we no West Ham mom defend. These are two very different type of goals. One was scored in the box against a deep setting block, West Ham. And the back could Manchester United now under pressure. And you could defend it. So in the turnover, and then counter no, orchestrated by that triangle American. Except in this circumstance, not Diallo na a P. But West Ham a Diallo in Buemo Shesko. And when Diallo no P. And a Shesko to buy. And a buyer in Buemo Shesko orchestrated through the middle by Cunha. It's Cunha row no and a Diallo a Borwa Hasino. Na Shadrach mo play no Shadi bi.
Say boys not a system na say. And they say we ko bench. Na we ba we nso free bench ba obi anim say dey ye bono.
Pepe. Etu sha top no me krada me busa say o say date na o yi Diallo free mo na ba Mbomo kai na so say me check here Mbomo ko out wide. Diallo out wide. But the box or area engagement.
Mbomo so pace.
Good. Pace, physical pace. And you'll be on a crowd piano top form in Bomo on top form, but Diallo top form.
Yeah.
Now you have 10 minutes to finish this game. You are thinking about substitution. And in Bomo no out wide and not Shesko no a best record top where you feel say some Bomo far or beko utmin bullying on top form. Unlike Diallo. Because Babia and no she counter na on releasing right to Diallo. Or bought Everton Diallo play no. Almost a counter no top no. Now a Diallo, you know, it was very much unmatched. Shawano.
Na Shesko plays with the too much.
Shawano a second one.
Ono saying na botre ma ball no.
Oh, na boy dey send Rabina yi share no. Jokers Arsenal dey.
Less more na be say no.
But Jokers.
Oh no, only o share. Man, I'm saying more attackers be say no.
But yaw, we know me need software me dey anya speed no, but this could be clocking about 30 to 35 meter distance per hour. 30 to 35 kilometers. Distance. Yes, Shababi Ojina no. Onu yaw. Watch him here. Hold it here. Now time speed or they catch a ball. No. The ball was way ahead, and he made sure say about back in parallel with the boss movement. I mean, this is a explicit move. Now check it go back on the end of catch on. He scored in the blocks because in a cross and he left it you know. On far left it you know. Two types of goals in American we share in the blocks where he was fed in the area. Versus purely instinctive, a poacher's attitude. But we know a forward. And not the anywhere. Yes, it's a forward. But back on the box you know, 3 points. Yeah, can't a send your Champions League and the pan Matia say why a coach can build a very good team with average players. And the Bodo Glimt squad ben whatever. Me share a more transfer market value It was around 50 something or 66 million euros. Yeah. 66. But omo win it here Inter Milan ewo omo hodomo. And I'm say back to Norway Premier League table also no. Omo performance. In fact, omo had the best defensive side. More importantly, omo had the best attacking side. But omo toss to 2 on the table. But you see, it's a domestically omo performance in a sharp contrast to the omo ball ewo Europe no. And so cry Europe no omo punching really above their weight. Inter Milan last 3 seasons, last 2 seasons, Champions League check omo do here. On the City ball final no fear say there. Majority of these players no nyara say are available. Last season PSG, they've been playing against the big boys. So on the buy anymore.
Was Charlotte Madrid I bodo for no. Was Charlotte ko Spurs abodro. Man City ko je 3-1. 9 times so ko je 3-1.
Game women can score like.
No say first salary empty so. Or say Inter for no be bodo nam so. Inter bon obetimi akole for obetimi come back but more kind of simple sir because nkrofo we kobuza Jose Mourinho Como man retire.
Yo.
I don't want to go to now.
Set Madrid himself.
Almost striker no. Ho, ya go pen head.
To me, I mean, can score like.
On chance Peter Hauga.
But men can we need be crusty. I expect Alesco to do the job. It will feel not as easy as that, but it's some more effort club. So Simeone protecting the Juma, unlike or fighting for Champions League trophy or protecting the Juma. This season he's had a lot of doubters, and I'm starting some man of extra quality. Getting Lukman do a Champions League. Is he going to play? So getting Lukman Alvarez, what sort of quality? And I was also pay him. If Club Brugge I can tell you, say it will be the lowest point. I want to carry on. Say so before. Let's go Madrid.
Wow, new. Me that say video analyst. I don't know. Wow. Me bam me za hona. Man watch YouTube. Say, wow, Cunha should just release the balls early, and our problems up front will be solved. Pano about could be say I'm say one yan in time crying saying Comunya go quick. Ni almost had only Onana or problem and
Onana. United for no money no problem.
Okay.
United for no
when see a rubbish caliber say, but still Man United will play Europa League next season. And our identity and by Cristiano draw on YouTube was say Arsenal is the best. And I will say fancy please. Check the TV. Meaning say Sharak TV na day. I'm say nipa no repeat the message no message break.
Yeah, my for. And I think say the results yesterday they put Manchester United in a comfortable position to fight for the Champions League slot. It's been quite some time now, say the new format of the Champions League no more be. And as to where they found themselves, if they are supposed to get top quality players in the next transfer market to boost more chances of competing well, important say unya a top manager crana also utiminya a competition to play that will entice other players that will be interested in playing for you. That is it. By now, if Manchester United framework of the transfers no more year, no more person more year then in the absence of a Champions League, it would have been very worrying. Because you see, you want Premier League proving players, which in fact, a mobile team will improve team because in the space of 1 year, utie the Ank Postecoglou kan overlap interview okoye about how omo Europa League different Manchester United in some na baako na about omo a cluster around Bruno Fernandes, making sure say onya the opportunity to create enough chances. Number 2, omo nim say Manchester United ultimate defend it omo na share one goal Rasmus Højlund Garnacho. The attack is blunt to give you the results that you want. Now, after 1 year, share the combination between Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha. We have 3 signings. Manchester United core marketing. We focus on them to bring them in. Every single person knew that Manchester United here midfielders, which is true. Currently, United here midfielders. Now, if they want to compete on next season, they need to buy world-class midfielders to bring them in. Because should we are not Papi Guillermo, Idrissa Gana Guillermo, and sliding through Manchester United midfield many a times. And the pressure no more containing. There are two things that saved Manchester United. And one, the attack. Number two, their goalkeeping. Any defense. Well organized. Harry Maguire led by example. Laments, area ability, top notch. Obo kona no yi, obo enu yi, obo free kick no yi. Then the attack. The combination 1, 2, 3. Yow.
You see the more
Me say this attack of Manchester United no yow. E betimi abo amo timi the Ag League. Na mo finfin no, Omu finfin no. Any kokrum no.
Okay, so Benjamin Sesko, Joshua Zexi, Mateus Cunha.
I'm even talking about starting almost starting games.
Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, Amad Diallo.
They can help you compete for the league.
Who was our 3 players who
are compete for the league?
League, but I was saying
Finfin, because in the Premier League table, no check it top attacks and Newton amount statistics, meaning he said this is an attack on which may push you to try a certain line. And maybe I can't say if United will qualify for the top 4, as our front train in the United are qualify. As our front train, and the United are qualify. And that will be the difference between teams that wants to qualify for the Champions League and teams that will not qualify. It is for Aston Villa. They have a very good team. They started so well, picking up points they go. But in the recent games they've played, Busa won't say, Watkins has how many goals? What did they mention as no? Leon Bailey, Ashe how many goals? Assisted how many goals? Yeah, what did they mention as no? Then you come and ask Chelsea anymore and say, Ja Pedro she goes no more maka won yedey. Gittins, Garnacho, Neto. But look at Liverpool team no so anymore.
Run to me.
Yow, ekitike boom.
More makaran so.
Salah so assisted boom. Your attack will definitely push you to cross the line if you want to qualify for the Champions League. The same applies to the top 2 of the table. Obeka say Hannah Bettina said Gyökeres money boys need step up. Because the City team no Ellen Haaland the Antoine Semenyo. I saw somebody's Twitter and I was laughing. O see do Arsenal so nko Arsenal Belgian League no. Ellen Haaland adani playmaker. Cross the ball mo bi pimo bi shebi. And the running that you are having in the season, you need your top players to be stepping up. And I think yesterday Cunha was absolutely brilliant. And you see, Rashford fans nibi ninkofobi betima tana aka say oh we dey no deserve. You see, when you put the numbers on the table, trust you me, Rashford am more numbers for Manchester United Cunha mehu.
Cunha afenu
aba. Rashford am Manchester United top resource. Ne be ko big game o trust nyina o Marcus Rashford so. Liverpool, Man City because he's your man. He will get you the results. But the latter stages of Marcus Rashford are probably free United, you know. There were questions and doubts about the commitment out of possession and even how Odin Owusu gives it. And then the hunger to get results. That is what Mateus Cunha at the Abeshe Manchester United. It doesn't mean Mateus Cunha has been a better player at Manchester United than Marcus Rashford. But he has just been able to fill in the void and in your maybe an Marcus Rashford and from Man United a brand no be free hono and ye ni she call fast so track back be defend be takibi she the way City joining attack because commitment 2 assists and no game because there was certain moment in the game and also Jebo Mukakra or on a certain counter attack on one a far ball and drive Sesko e bie mu to say the obi mu man bomu na wafa pass na ama no but it's off the ball. Confasu Hodia play. There are a lot of things he gives this team in the absence of Marcus Rashford. And I think the only thing that can move him further forward in discussions about doing something closer to the Marcus Rashford, so the numbers is be attach a lot. And Bomo, any Ahmad issue ni be pija enchebia. And I know there's going to be a lot of talks about it. Sesko on the bench. But you see an Ahmad form name, so you need to put Ahmad on the bench and make sure say Mbeumo the boy for the right. But the last 2 games no suma or more be making the claim say Mbeumo should be starting on the right wing, should be right. Newton actually another video of the West Ham game. Mbeumo no jina hefa no yes across no right wing. And then now no hefa no copy boy free right wing. I no say lay ball na ma assist in the day. At the buy. So 2 consistent games against 2 low block teams. There is Mbomo on the right wing that has been able to provide for Benjamin Sesko to score crucial goals for Manchester United. And I think for Sesko, we be building a confidence. Yeah, one Manchester United 1 point Eddie Burnley. Fast forward, what about different games? What's happened? Manchester United 1 point against West Ham. One Manchester United 3 points against Fulham. What's happened? Manchester United 3 points against Everton. He's literally doing the things. United paid money for him to come in, but it's still early days yet.
Not to me.
It's still early days. Early days. There's a need to have a proper sense of calmness when it comes to Manchester United. And I always say this. Me yaw. Me nyansa bebre dia free nyoma bebre mu about Manchester United past managers omaba. Asase na efe. Ewie na yabasa. Eduru mre wo se wo matim ne wankasa wo dia. So you have to take your time. Also take your time. Comment, but take your time.
The last time United appointee coach being substantive coach and also on the interim. When you fine start.
I think the closest to what Carrick is doing is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What I say? Also on interim no. Oh yes. And I make say the closest thing that can come to Carrick.
Okay.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What did they mention as no? But there's a need for calmness around Manchester United. And I've always said there's a difference between you being a caretaker and you being the author of the book. Shesumame, and it's a wankasa wotro story. These are 2 different things altogether. And you be anadia yani say being a caretaker. The moment you become the main owner of the story, we expect something better from me. Said now you're caretaker. No, it's the idea also say so. The obeyano and they say the human chance as a you will be measured according to the standards as a caretaker and now the day. Odema, and you need to do that consistently. And I wish said this thing will continue for Manchester United. But yeah, the reality is comment, praise, but calmness should be attached to it. Bodo for a stubborn team in the Champions League, and they will be traveling to play Inter Milan. Christian Kivu has a huge task ahead of him. But yeah, in the context of discussing the Champions League, Inter Milan, our Champions League heritage, they have the prestige. They've won the Champions League 3 times. Wait a moment, but the new format of the Champions League gives us different vibes and opens the discussion up about certain stages of the competition and how teams feel confident. Say, yeah, teams be to say Inter Milan more Magic Champions League be at that level. I think Bodo will give Inter Milan a big game today. Yeah, and an easy ride. Inter Milan needs 2 goals to take it to extra time. They need 3 goals in regulation time, 90 minutes to qualify. Timba Bodo for no sube soki pressure. Se Bodo nya go net here Inter Milan enya me wanwa. Ebi game na be a 3-1 extra time. But I think what will put Inter Milan over the edge is the stadium no mukosi akai no. Yeah, this is a stadium that has given a football memorable night. It could be a history for Bodo. Could be another memorable night for Inter Milan. But I think in Baby Ejina say with going down with 3-1, they need to stage a comeback and they need to prove the reason why they are playing for Inter Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza. And I think the game will be very open. But say Bodo Konya go in this game but I think Inter Milan have the opportunity and a chance to qualify.